live from the CNN News 18 and Federal Bank Primetime Studio. Thank you for watching. Barely had we recovered from being introduced to the alleged sexual deprivations of TMC leader Sheikh Shahjahan of Sandesh Khali fame or infamy in Bengal, that another alleged sexual predator has appeared on the national scene. Yes, viewers. We're talking about JDS MP and Hassan candidate Prajwal Revanna, who is incidentally also the grandson of former Prime Minister H.D. Deve Gowda. If these accusations are proven to be true, what a fall from grace it would be for the Deve Gowdas. Revanna has been outed as an alleged serial sexual molester. Can you believe it, viewers? How shameful. An FIR was filed against him 2 days ago, but right after the second phase of polling ended, Revanna left the country. Some news reports suggest he's in Germany, facing political heat and under immense pressure, even from its own ally, the Bharatiya Janata Party. The Janata Dal secular in Karnataka suspended Prajwal Revanna and issued him a show cause notice over sexual abuse allegations by several women against him. One of the complainants has even accused Prajwal's father, H.D. Revanna, who is ex-Prime Minister Deve Gowda's son, of sexual harassment. Complainant claims to be a relative of Prajwal's wife, as also his employee. Hundreds, some say thousands, of video clips allegedly of H.D. Revanna indulging in non-consensual sexual acts against multiple women, mostly at his home, are doing the rounds, viewers. Are doing the rounds. There is undeniable evidence, it would appear, of at least sexual transgressions. Now, I've told you, viewers, that these complaints were made recently, and because of which Section 354A, sexual harassment, 354D, stalking, 506, criminal intimidation, and 509, outraging the modesty of a woman, have been slapped against H.D. Revanna. Complaints began after Karnataka Women's Panel accused Prajwal of blackmail and sexual exploitation of several women. Now, viewers, while the cases are being filed under stringent sections of the penal code, now, over the last 2 days, the fact is that the accusations were first curiously aired last year in March, almost a year ago. Revanna's driver had quit after a dispute. At the time, the driver had threatened to circulate sex tapes featuring Revanna, and he said that he would put them out in public. Apparently, the dispute was over a plot of land. Revanna was able to scotch the attempt by getting the courts to pass an injunction in his favor, preventing the media from airing these tapes. In December last year, now this is where it gets really interesting, viewers. In December last year, a BJP leader, G.D. Gowda, who we will speak to in a few minutes, accused Revanna of sexually assaulting multiple women. This was in December, so about 5 months ago. But his disclosure evidently was not taken seriously. Now, who's in charge of law and order in that state, viewers? It's the Congress government. The state government is run by Mr. Siddaramaiah. His deputy is a very well-known Congress leader. He's a deputy chief minister. Both these individuals of the Congress state government seem to have turned a deaf ear. The government didn't even institute a probe into the serious allegations, and the BJP too, for its part, appears to have chosen to turn a blind eye, going ahead with an alliance with the Gowdas. Of course, by then, the alliance had taken root to some extent, but They could have actually called upon the Devegowdas not to give Revanna a ticket or even reported this matter, suo moto asked the NCW to proceed against this man. The charges, I told you viewers, are very, very, very serious, and they are being made by multiple women, hundreds, and there is of course videos floating around. Now I can't say if those videos, viewers, are of Prajwal Revanna indulging in consensual acts, but the charge is that those acts were non-consensual. And therefore, viewers, questions arise. The BJP and the Congress are now, of course, furiously trading barbs, trying to shun onus and pin the blame upon each other for inaction, for cover-ups, and the like. Listen in first.
श्री रेवन्ना का जो समाचार पत्रों में और चैनलों में चल रहा है वो बिल्कुल आघातजनक है। ऐसा सहन किया ही नहीं जा सकता और भारतीय जनता पार्टी का स्टैंड बहुत स्पष्ट है। हम देश की मातृशक्ति के साथ खड़े हैं, देश की नारी शक्ति के साथ खड़े हैं। कांग्रेस पार्टी जो हम पर आरोप लगाना चाहती है, मैं छोटी सी बात पूछना चाहता हूं, वहां सरकार किसकी? सरकार कांग्रेस पार्टी की। फेक वीडियो आपके ध्यान में ही होंगे क्योंकि टाइम पर रिलीज किए गए हैं और अब तक कार्यवाही कांग्रेस पार्टी ने क्यों नहीं की?
See, the very fact that he has left the country clearly shows that. What is the presumption? What is the presumption? He has left the country. Immediately after it is known to him, he left the country.
But while the politics threatens to cloud the story, let's not lose sight of the hard questions, viewers, on this show. They're always asked, and they're always asked with equanimity to all, without prejudice. Did the BJP top brass know about Revanna's sexual predatory behavior but kept silent because of coalition compulsions? Fundamental question. Did Congress state leadership time the revelations to coincide with elections, putting politics first? Seminal question. If Revanna's alleged excesses were already public knowledge last year, why didn't the Congress government form an SIT? A relevant question. Court might have passed an injunction against the media, but what stopped the state government from probing? Viewers, this is a very important legal question. Because if it didn't, think about the consequences. Did it become an accessory? Shah Jahan to Revanna, Shah Jahan of Bengal and Revanna in Karnataka, can any side claim the moral high ground on crimes against women, viewers? Let's open this up. Devraj Gowda, leader of the Karnataka BJP, the whistleblower, is here with us first. And thank you for joining us. We spoke a little while earlier. So I'm going to ask you, sir, you have said that you gave details of this individual's alleged sexual misdemeanors to the BJP High Command. Who did you give it to? When did you give it to? Tell us a little bit about that.
मैं बीजेपी नेता मोदी जी, अमित शाह जी, नड्डा जी और अरुण जी को मैं लेटर लिख के भेज दिया था थ्रू ईमेल में, मगर ईमेल में डिलीवर नहीं हुआ और रिटर्न हो गया। इसलिए मैं मेरा कागज हमारा पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट विजेंद्र को लिख के मैं व्हाट्सएप भेज दिया। इसमें गलत क्या हुआ, वो व्हाट्सएप नहीं देखा विजेंद्र, वो कम्युनिकेशन नहीं हुआ, इसलिए प्रॉब्लम हुआ। मैं क्या चिट्ठी लिख के आया वो हाईकमांड को नहीं पहुंचा वो।
So this was a matter of applying but getting no reply, or applying and it all got lost in the ether. Mr. Gowda, let me ask you, if you knew all of this, why did you not go to the police? ठीक है, बीजेपी ने आपका दरवाजा बंद कर दिया, आपका मेल नहीं पहुंचा, कहीं ईथर में गायब हो गया, ओके, फेयर इनफ, आप पुलिस के पास क्यों नहीं गया?
मैं क्यों जाना, वो पुलिस के सामने जाने का जरूरत क्या है? ये मैं तो पार्टी है क्या? मैं तो एडवोकेट है, मैं पुलिस के पास क्यों जाना वो? ये किसका मामला है? वो दूसरा सेक्स स्कैंडल का वो, हम पुलिस के पास जाने की जरूरत नहीं है ना।
नहीं, अभी तो सामने आ रहा है कि इसमें सिर्फ सेक्स स्कैंडल नहीं है, इसमें सेक्सुअल मिसडिमीनर्स हैं। ये इनका नॉन कंसेंसुअस चल रहा था रिलेशनशिप। तो मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं, ऑब्वियसली व्हाई नॉट हैव गॉन टू द पुलिस? डिड यू नॉट नो अबाउट दिस?
सुनिए, मैं एडवोकेट वो केस में, मेरा कक्षीदार क्या बोलता है वो करने का मेरा ड्यूटी है। मैं कोर्ट में लड़ने के लिए मेरे को वकालत दिया वो कार्तिक ने, कोर्ट का काम मैं करता हूँ। मैं पुलिस के पास जाने का और दूसरा के पास जाने की जरूरत नहीं है वो, ये मेरा ड्यूटी है। मैं पार्टी नहीं है, ये पॉलिटिकल पर्सन नहीं है ये केस में। वो कार्तिक का एडवोकेट है, एडवोकेट का काम क्या है वो करना है वो।
अच्छा, तो आप कोर्ट में गया, अब स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को आपने इन्फॉर्म भी नहीं किया?
मैं जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, वो विक्टिम कौन है वो जाना पड़ेगा। वो क्लाइंट क्या है वो कार्तिक वो जाना पड़ा था, मैं क्यों उसके पास जाना।
Thank you, Mr. Gowda. You have actually thrown up more questions with your answers. Let's open this up. Thank you, Mr. Gowda. Thank you. We'll come back to you later. But let me just open this up. Now, let me first begin with Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, look, what do you make, first of all, by what this Mr. Gowda is saying? Because he has been sort of propped up by the Congress and the state government there as the instrument, the whistleblower on whom the BJP turned its back for coalition compulsions, political compulsions. Now, you heard this man, and I find it very strange that he didn't exercise his discretion.
I've honestly never heard a more bizarre explanation than that, Rahul. That he's an advocate and why should he go to the police? In fact, being an advocate, he should know that he has a duty to report criminality like that to the police. There's been a very serious breach here of professional ethics on his part, in my opinion, if he is an advocate, number one. Number two, I don't think anybody is nobody is coming out of this smelling of roses. There seems to be guilt and fault on every side out here. Starting from the very first when this was raised, to the continuing ignoring of this problem. It gets even worse, Rahul, because I know for a fact during my own enquiries here that the gentleman, Mr. Revanna's house here was apparently done up, quote unquote, as a Studio 54 sex pad. And several MPs had visited him, knew about it. He was boasting about it to them, including several very famous, feminist quote unquote MPs. And they all used to find it hilarious. And because he was very rich, they were completely taken in with all his wealth and money and things like that. So the complicity of this is actually multi-party. Let's remember that. We are discussing this now. Right now, the burden of guilt is on the BJP. Let's make no mistake about it. But the Congress exactly doesn't have clean hands with which it can throw stones at other people. And there are several other parties sitting. I just want you to go to several serving MPs and ex-MPs' Twitter accounts and see if any of them are willing to open their mouths about this.
Now, this is Tanveer Ahmed Saab. You're a Congress leader. I want to ask you, how does this work? This matter, it's not as if it's come out of the blue. It went up to the courts also last year. The courts passed an injunction. Surely someone's antennas would have gone up, at least in the state government, to say, hello, there are these sex tapes. And I mean, we all know how sex tapes play out in the Indian political sort of firmament. So they're great ammunition to go out there and discredit a politician and his reputation. But the Congress keeps quiet. There's no attempt to even the state government there is also not looking at how to vacate that injunction. No women's group, no state women's commission gets into it. And now suddenly, during election time, peak of election time, I'm not saying this person is not guilty, viewers. I'm just questioning the timing. You wake up now, you assume the moral high ground. This looks opportunistic. The BJP, of course, put the coalition compulsion cart before the horse. You seem to be putting your politics over your principles.
Absolutely not, Rahul. Let's really understand the chronology of the events. If Congress wanted to really make political benefit out of it, they could have really gone this about a few weeks and a few months ahead of election. No, absolutely not. It was not used as a political tool from Congress at all. Who was the one who distributed these pen drives? It is his own driver. Who was the one who? It is the own Karyakartas of JDS, and actually blaming here, Congress did nothing. See, we need to really understand, and a senior advocate like Brijesh Kalapa is sitting, and I'm sure he is going to put more lights. If at all any woman would have come there and to complain, saying that this is really done, I'm sure as soon as a letter which was returned to the women commissioner here in Karnataka, she immediately wrote it to the chief minister, and chief minister immediately formed an SIT. There is no question about the onus of responsibility on Congress, because Congress have absolutely done what a mature government definitely needs to do. Today, the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka came in public and he said, the matter of Prajwal Revanna, we will discuss it later, but the protection of modesty of the women of Karnataka, of Hassan, is far more important. Okay. And that's exactly what Congress is worried about today.
No, but let me ask you. You said, let's look at the chronology, Mr. Ahmed. So I'll take you back. The driver came out in 2023, December. A few days later, the BJP leader J.D. Gowda raises the matter, accuses Prajwal of sexually exploiting women. Now, this is a BJP leader doing it. He claimed right now, and you heard him, that I wrote to everybody from the Prime Minister upwards, downwards, but somehow the emails didn't reach them. Now, I don't know how that happens in today's day and age, unless you deliberately write the wrong email address and it bounces back. But there is no concept of return to sender, let me tell you. And secondly, he says, I didn't need to go to any place. The matter then hits the courts. Injunctions are sought. And are you telling me that the Congress government curiosity wasn't piqued and they didn't say that, okay, let me get the State Women's Commission to at least begin a probe or send us show cause notice to this chap?
The very reason, actually, with my limited understanding today, the 5 guarantee program, which has really worked tremendously here in Karnataka, Congress was totally confident that it is going to win election, it is going to face the people of Karnataka on the basis of its contribution and future programs, not with some cheap pen drives and memory chips. Absolutely,
no, I'm sorry, but Mr. Ahmed, okay, look, hang on. When Hathras happened, the Congress, lock, stock and barrel, it stopped to science and a whole cabal of people from the TMC, etc., all showed up there. And they were very willing to make massive political capital out of this. And are you telling me that the Congress party was just thinking of this through a political lens? Okay, we are winning the election. We don't need all this other fodder.
Rahul, equating Hathras with this is really totally unfair. We need to really understand in Hathras.
How can you say that? I mean, women, thousands of women have been sexually exploited, and you are saying that there is... No, hang on.
One
please.
Second, I'll finish.
Don't the reputations of thousands, the dignity of thousands, the welfare of thousands of women matter? I mean, that's the claim against this man, that he's a serial sexual predator. How can we even compare crimes against women?
Rahul, we need to really question JDS for even knowing after that, what kind of a man
I completely understand, sir. Really, but how can... Okay, 1 second. You see, at the end of the day, viewers, look, you have to accept one thing. We are still a constitutionally governed democracy where the rule of law must prevail. And in this particular case, law and order is a state subject. So if someone believes that there has been this kind of sexual, sorry to say, deviancy, alleged sexual deviancy, I'm being careful here, viewers. don't you think it's the onus of that state government to get to the bottom of it? And they can't say, nahi, hum to chunav jeet raha hai, we are going to win the election. So why do we get into all of this?
As soon as
nonsense?
the first complaint came, Rahul, as soon as the first
No, but that came very... No.
As
This
soon
could
as
have...
the first
Imagine
complaint
all those
came,
other women
first
who
FIR
could have been
came,
saved from this...
SIT was set.
From
Immediate SIT
the
was
roving
set.
eye of this alleged sexual predator.
And
Anyhow.
officers were set to really take care of this
Okay,
event.
look, I've asked you several questions and you have gamely responded. Now, let me open this up further. Let me bring in Ajay Alok. Ajay Alok, a BJP man stands up and writes to the state president and he says X, Y and Z in a WhatsApp. And he said, I don't know if he saw the WhatsApp, there was no double tick, etc. Fine. Would you not have even looked at this issue? It was in the public domain. It was in the courts. The courts had given this chap an, I don't know, I mean some sort of an injunction. So his sexual lasciviousness, alleged sexual lasciviousness was not going to be put out in the public domain. I remember the BJP getting into sex scandals with vehemence earlier. This did not in any way deter you. And we are talking about dignity of women. Ajay Alok.
Rahul, first of all, BJP has nothing to do with it. Very much clear. Be very much clear about it. Like what Abhijit said, if anybody needs to be questioned, it is BJP. What for BJP needs to be questioned? Because we had alliance with the JDS and some member of the JDS is involved in the sex scandal. That means BJP is responsible for it. I mean, what kind of a frivolous argument is this? When this matter, when the court had given injunction way back in December, why didn't the state government went against it in the higher court, pleading the plight of the woman? They never did that. Now when the alliance is happening in the midst of election, you are releasing a video, which is supposedly was given to a BJP leader who had written some WhatsApp or some messages, who's clearly denying the fact that that WhatsApp message or the email was not received by the concerned state president. What stopped him from meeting personally, handing over?
No. That is him.
Political person.
That is his claim. Forget him for the moment. The matter hit the courts.
Yes,
injunction was given against the media.
Altogether.
Are you telling me that a person like Mr. Revanna? Right. No, one second. Ajay Alokji, 1 minute.
I'm not
Give
telling
me
this.
10 seconds.
I'm not getting into the post-mortem.
No,
I'm not going to get into the post-mortem of what led to what.
No, I have to, because
I'm just
it's my duty to understand
if 3
how
days
a person
before
like this, no, excuse me, how does a person like this get away for so long? The question is, was there political patronage? Was there deliberately turning of the proverbial Nelson's eye to this man's sexual misdemeanors? Now, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, I want to ask you, Ajay Alok says, look, how are we responsible for what some chap, some inconsequential sort of character in the JDS is up to? This is not an inconsequential character. This is a candidate. He's a member of parliament. He's a candidate on a joint ticket almost. This man has a political legacy that goes back to a prime minister. How can we discount him as, Johnny come lately?
I'm not discounting Rahul. Let me complete my argument, then you can go to someone else.
Okay.
Let me complete myself.
Okay, fair enough. Make your point.
Yeah, I have only 2 things to say. Even after the December 23 injunction, no action was followed. We went into alliance. Things were kept buried. Of course, we also didn't have that kind of a peculiar look about the issue. That I can agree. Now, if today, 72 hours ago, this video started circulating in the internet media, whose responsibility is this to check on the cyber world of the state? It is the state's responsibility. FIR was lodged. They say they have immediately formed an SIT, like what my friend just now said. Tanveer said the Chief Minister just instituted an SIT. Whose responsibility was to arrest Revanna right at the first place? Because in any case relating to rape or attempt to rape, you are guilty until proven innocent. That's what the law says. Why he was not arrested? Why he was given liberty to run away from the country? Number 2. Number 3, even after 3-4 days, today after it's 4th day we are discussing this. Day before yesterday it hit the media and started making the rounds all over the country. Now today is the 4th day. Why didn't you request the center for a lookout notice? Why you have not still requested the Interpol for Revanna? Whose responsibility is this? Why the state government is so incompetent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 questions. You cannot escape of your current responsibility being in the government.
Okay,
And
let
just
me bring
pass
in
on the
Brajesh
buck to
Kalappa.
others.
Brajesh
This
Kalappa,
doesn't work
quickly
that
respond,
way.
and I want to finish off with Abhijit Iyer Mitra and ask him a very simple question. 3 reasons why he believes that both sides can't today absolve themselves of this stain. Yes, Mr. Kalappa first. Respond to Ajay Alok.
Yeah, see, Rahul, I'm, as you know, completely neutral. But, as I can only speak for how the situation is in Karnataka. And in Karnataka, certainly nobody blames the state government for this reason, that the prime actors in the whole drama are wholly on one side. And if today somebody says that the state government ought to have gone to some court, got the injunctions vacated and so on and so forth, there are lakhs and lakhs of cases in court, and nobody knows the extent of any crime. And this is obviously a crime, and there are over 2,800 videos involving various women. And this, I can only say that nobody, including many of us who know certain things, knew the extent of the damage done to certain women. So one, it's impossible to blame the state government at any cost. 1. 2 is, insofar as the alliance is concerned, to the best of what everybody is speaking in Karnataka, it appears that Mr. Amit Shah had said and told the JDS top leadership that please don't give this guy a ticket. And this, I think, is on record because, a lot of people are speaking about this. Why he has said so, why, in fact, he was actually given the ticket and all that is something which I think the leadership has to answer. And, also the fact that Mr. Gowda just came on record to say that he has sent emails to XYZ from the BJP and to the others from the JDS and so on and so forth. So it's ultimately for them to answer. Question is that how many of these were done under compulsion? 1.
Yeah, okay.
And how many of
that,
these
of course,
consensual?
that's a question that we will come to later. But just Abhijit Iyer Mitra, 3 reasons why no one can take the moral high ground here.
3 reasons, let me list them out, Rahul. The first is, I notice everybody here is skirting around the issue. The problem is, jiska sarkar, uska police. And right now we've had 2 governments, jiska sarkar, jiska police. And this, Karnataka is not a union territory where you can blame the central government here. This is a state government issue. None of them acted. The second is, did you notice people are answering about publication? That this chap got an injunction against publication. What was the injunction against arrest? Did he get anticipatory bail for arrest? This is a death penalty crime. If the rape is proven in those videos, I don't have them, I don't want to watch them. But if it is proven in those videos that it was rape, it is a clear death penalty sentence, boss. So this is this comes to the third point, that this is a very serious crime of omission. It is criminal omission out here because, stopping by and allowing the pursuit of, allowing the commissioning of a crime, this is almost transitioning from omission to actual joining in commission of the crime, because we don't know how many times this thing has been repeated because action wasn't taken in that intermediate period.
Very serious. This is a very serious story, viewers. I just also don't understand, how does Mr. Mitra, someone flee to Germany or wherever it is that he's reported to have fled to, just before the allegations hit the roof? I mean, how do you time that? Would you have known? Clearly there is some, and how does one find that out if you don't have friends in the Congress system or the state government? I don't know. Or the police.
Clearly. There's very clearly a leakage somewhere where he's told exactly hours or whatever just before, and he takes the first flight out of town.
Yeah, Tanveer Ahmed. How does that happen? You've always been accusing the BJP of letting various nefarious characters flee this country. Now you have one right under your nose.
Rahul, firstly, external affairs and people traveling out of airport is not a state subject, it is central subject. But let us really ask one question, Rahul. Why are we really shying away?
It can only
Rahul,
be a central...
No,
Rahul, 1 second. Tanveer Ahmed, that you're wrong on. Sorry. That is bizarre.
issue the lookout order.
No, Rahul,
It's the state
why
government
are
that
we
has to
shying
issue the
away
lookout
from
order.
asking one question?
Yeah.
Why are we shying away from asking one question? Prime Minister has the greatest intelligence officers. The greatest intelligence service is there with India.
Right.
How can Prime Minister of India?
There is
Because
also a
he is not
state
Prime
CID.
Minister.
There
He
is
not
also
the
a
Prime
state
Minister of India.
CID, sir. Don't
Why
forget,
Prime
you
Minister?
cannot always pass the buck.
Prime Minister
You
of
can't
Delhi.
pass the buck.
How
I have
can
asked
Prime
4
Minister
questions.
come and campaign
Tanveer
for
Ahmed.
a person of that character?
This comes under
How
Karnataka
can
police,
Prime Minister
right?
come and
They are
campaign
going
for
to issue
a
the
person of
notice.
such
Okay, gentlemen.
third-grade character?
Gentlemen, just 1 second. Just 1 second. I've asked 4 questions and they asked of all parties, viewers equally. Did the BJP brass know? And if they did they keep silent for political reasons? Did Congress state leadership time the revelation to coincide with elections, putting politics first when they all knew the whistleblower is out there, the case was out there, an injunction, all the details that we know today were pretty much out there, viewers, earlier. If Revanna's alleged excesses were already public knowledge last year, why didn't the Congress Sarkar form a CID then? Court might have passed an injunction on media, but what stopped the state government from probing? Fundamental questions, viewers. This is not a simple, open and shut case. There are wheels within wheels, and I'm taking a very short break. I'll be right back. Don't go away, viewers. This is a story that is going to shock you, and we are going to come to it in precisely 2 minutes.
Squad. The names of that squad have been revealed now. Rohit Sharma will be the captain of the T20 squad. Also, what we are learning is that Jaiswal, Kohli, Yadav, Pant, Samson are also part of the squad. Hardik Pandya will be the vice captain. Jadeja, Patel, Yadav, Chahal, Singh, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj also part of the T20 squad. Remember, the World Cup will kick off from the 1st of June to the 29th of June in the United States as well as the West Indies. And Rohit Sharma, hitman Rohit Sharma, will be leading the boys in blue in the T20 World Cup. Rohit Sharma will be the captain. Jaiswal, Kohli, Yadav and Pant are also part of the squad. Samson, Pandya, Dubey, Jadeja, Akshar Patel, Yadav, Yuzvendra Chahal, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj will also be part of the squad as Chahal, remember, makes a comeback to the T20 squad. The T20 World Cup will kick off on the 1st of June. It will continue till the 29th of June in the United States and the West Indies. That is the piece of breaking news that's coming in. I'm joined by my colleague Shivani Gupta on the broadcast. So Shivani, decode the squad for us. What names pop out for you?
Well, obviously, Rohit Sharma had been confirmed as the captain leading to the T20 World Cup in USA and West Indies, and there wasn't much speculation about that. There's been a lot of chatter around Hardik Pandya, so he continues as the deputy or the vice captain. So Rohit and Hardik Pandya are there. Interestingly, in the reserves is the name of Shubman Gill, Rinku Singh, Khalil Ahmed and Avesh Khan. Now you can expect some of the others, but Shubman Gill as a reserve and not a member of the 15-member squad will of course raise some eyebrows. Tomorrow the chief selectors and the captain are going to hold a press conference. They're going to give us their reasoning, but this is on speculated lines. You've got the likes of Virat Kohli, Sky, Rishabh Pant of course making an entry back into the national team. Along with him is Sanju Samson, who's done extremely well. And in many ways, for fans of Sanju Samson or fans of Indian cricket, this is...
You're watching the Hard Facts live from the CNN News 18 and Federal Bank Primetime Studio, viewers. Fundamental questions we begin with. Are Indian Muslims barred from voting for the BJP? Must they only ever vote for Muslim candidates or candidates of non-BJP parties? Two fundamental questions. And the answer, of course, is in the negative. No, of course not. The Indian Constitution doesn't make provisions for either separate electorates, and neither does it prescribe who gets to vote for whom. But the Congress ecosystem doesn't think so. In a shocking speech, the daughter of long-standing Congress member and former Union External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid has shocked by calling for a boycott of Muslims that elect to back the BJP, and has also called upon the community to launch a vote jihad. If you please, viewers, vote jihad. Now you know how the Congress ecosystem gets worked up every time the word jihad is prefixed by some sort of odd term. But communalizing the vote, the India bloc campaigner has ridden roughshod over the constitution. First listen to Maria Alam. Listen in.
बहुत खामोशी के साथ एक साथ होके वोटों का जिहाद करो, क्योंकि हम सिर्फ वोटों का जिहाद कर सकते हैं और इस संघी सरकार को भगाने का काम कर सकते हैं। बहुत शर्म आती है जब मैंने आज ये सुना कि कुछ मुसलमानों ने आज यहाँ पर बैठ के मुकेश राजपूत की मीटिंग कराई। मुझे लगता है समाज से उनका हुक्का पानी बंद कर देना चाहिए। इतने मतलबी मत बनो कि बच्चों की जिंदगियों से खेलो, हमारे बच्चों की जानों से खेलो। आज कितने लोग CA/NRC में जेलों में बंद हैं और आपको बताने मुझे खुशी हो रही है कि उन बच्चों के कितने केसेस सलमान खुर्शीद साहब फ्री में लड़ रहे हैं।
Maria Alam Khan, viewers, I stand corrected, is the niece of Salman Khurshid. Clearly this taking the politics of appeasement too far. One would have thought that the Congress would have taken strong exception to Salman Khurshid's niece tirade. But no words of condemnation have appeared out of either Rahul or Priyanka Gandhi's mouths, and neither has the Samajwadi Party top brass distanced themselves from this tirade. Neither has the candidate filed a case. Neither did he make an attempt, the Samajwadi Party candidate, to stand up and silence Maria Alam. She was allowed free run. The India bloc has been making it appear that it has a monopoly on Muslim voters because it has done the most for them. The Congress takes the lead on this score. A closer examination of this claim reveals that a lot is hyperbole. Here's just one example. While the Congress attacks the BJP for not giving tickets to the Muslims, it has also been holding back on representation for them. Yes, viewers, the Congress party. In 2014, it gave 27 tickets. In 2019, it gave more, 35 tickets. But now it's only given 16. And this is a trend that solidifies itself across state elections also. Now, viewers, I did not know that a religion decides who you vote for. If you're Muslim, you must only vote for non-BJP parties. I didn't know this was part of our constitutional arrangement. Let's open this up. Vivek Bansal, Syed Asad Abbas. Vivek Bansal, let me ask you, sir. It's a very fundamental question tonight. And I'm asking them because I want you to explain how this mindset differs from the Jinnah mindset. And why is it that the Congress High Command is not speaking about it, or the Congress top leadership has not spoken about it, or the Samajwadi Party or ally is silent about it? Explain, Vivek Bansal.
You see, you don't have to take literally what all Maria Alam was saying. It's basically, a reflection of the fact that they want to solidify the vote against the present regime. That can be a minority vote, that can be Dalit vote, or whosoever somehow feels that constitution is being threatened, democracy feels threatened, or the way the government institutions are being misused to throttle the voice of the opposition leaders. So that is basically the point. It's not
Mr. Bansal, you're a very senior, well-respected commentator. Now I want to ask you, had this been, let's say, Yogi Adityanath, and he had stood up and said that, look, Hindus must unite for some sort of a vote jihad. That only we can defeat this Muslim government. Just turn it on its head. And that Hindus backing the Congress should be shunned. Boycott Hindus who support the Congress. Bansal Sahab, आप यहाँ क्या कहते? आप यहाँ क्या कहते? You would have said that this is a Hindu Rashtra. That this is a Hindu Rashtra that Yogi is making. You would never have said, no, this is a metaphor. This is a way of speaking, a manner of speaking. Should I play out the bite? Let's play this bite out again. Vivek Bansalji, listen carefully. Maybe you didn't hear the bite. Let me play it out again for you. And I'll come back to you and ask you. I'll give you time to rethink. 30 seconds time to rethink your position. Because right now, you're sounding like an apologist for the mindset that led to the creation of Pakistan, sir. And this is going to cost you in the elections. I'm not talking about you personally, I'm talking about the Congress party. Listen in, viewers.
बहुत खामोशी के साथ एक साथ होके वोटों का जिहाद करो, क्योंकि हम सिर्फ वोटों का जिहाद कर सकते हैं और इस संघी सरकार को भगाने का काम कर सकते हैं। बहुत शर्म आती है जब मैंने आज ये सुना कि कुछ मुसलमानों ने आज यहाँ पर बैठ के मुकेश राजपूत की मीटिंग कराई। मुझे लगता है समाज से उनका होता पानी बंद कर देना चाहिए। इतने मतलबी मत बनो कि बच्चों की जिंदगियों से खेलो, हमारे बच्चों की जानों से खेलो। आज कितने लोग सीए एनआरसी में जेलों में बंद हैं और आपको बताने मुझे खुशी हो रही है कि उन बच्चों के कितने केसेस सलमान खुर्शीद साहब फ्री में लड़ रहे हैं।
There you heard it, Mr. Bansal. इनका हफ्ता पानी बंद कर देना चाहिए। हफ्ता पानी मतलब why have a boycott of a community that decides to vote the BJP? Is the BJP some criminal organization? Is it a terror group?
Rahul, let me just give her the benefit of doubt in the sense that in the fervor of the election heat, probably she overshot.
Arey bhaiya, there are many politicians by that yardstick who will claim this same amnesty. They will say, "Arey, हमने भी overshot कर दिया भैया, छोड़ दीजिए क्या बोला." One person got up and said the other day, 15 मिनट दे दो मुझे, 5 मिनट दे दो मुझे मैं. I don't want to complete those words.
No. But I agree with you. No, I agree with you. Just give me. In the sense that, first of all, let me tell you that she is not from the Congress party. She is part of the Gathbandhan. And there had been so many, No,
can this fly? Can this? One second, let me just bring in the BJP spokesperson here. Ajay, look, they say you're reading too much into it. These things are said in the heat and dust of politics. It can be said. What's the big deal? What's the big deal?
No, there is no big deal about it. There is no big deal about it. We don't take it as a big deal. We know this is very much natural for them. It comes natural to them. It's not a big deal. What she has said, they want to oust the हम ही हैं जो इस हिंदू सरकार को निकाल सकते हैं। तो इस भारत में हिंदू की सरकार ना बनेगी तो मुसलमानों की सरकार बनाने के लिए कर रहे हैं। This comes natural to them. It's nothing new to us. People of this country should know what does jihad means. What does jihad means? In what term it is used? To exert yourself to the maximum, to the hilt, in the service of God, in the service of Prophet. Now they are doing love jihad. Very nice. So when the Prime Minister says that their manifesto speaks of Muslim League and they are in cohort with Muslim League, they want to create another Muslim League, what's wrong in that? Then why people start doing the fact check? And then he will say in the furrow of the election, she overshot. Well, you keep on overshot shooting. You have always overshoot. You have to even said that Congress to Musalmanon ki party hai. तो बने रहो ना. It's not that, it's nothing come new to us. It's same. We know their character very nicely. But what I feel happy today, that in her conversation only she mentioned about a group of Muslims who conducted meetings of BJP leaders. That means entire Muslim communities cannot be blamed. These are bunch of radicals who keep on injecting this kind of venom into the society. They need to be identified and taken to task for.
Sayyid Abbas, is the peeve this, that even Muslims have begun to vote for the BJP? All your efforts to try and box in this community, whip up fear in their minds that the BJP is out to get them, etc., etc. A, falling by the wayside, so you are in a panic mode. You have read the writing on the wall, and your leaders are hitting the ground and saying venal things. Venal things. Do you, first of all, let me ask you, Mr. Abbas, do you excuse this sort of separatist mindset that is being, would you participate in the hafta pani band karna of Muslims who vote for the BJP? Simple question. Would you participate in a boycott if you were asked to do so? Sayyid Abbas.
Absolutely not, sir. The constitution of our country allows me to practice my fundamental right to vote to any political party, be it Bharatiya Janata Party or a Congress party. The fact is,
one second. Now stop there. Abbas, 1 minute. I'll come to you. 1 second. Just stop there. If you believe that this is not the right thing to have said, organizing a boycott of Muslims who back the BJP, would you today tell me why then was this statement made in the first place? Was it made because there is an influence, like the BJP claims, of an appeasing mindset that thinks that the Congress has some sort of God-given right over the Muslim vote bank?
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I would say with great power, there's great responsibility and equal accountability. Maria Alam Khan ji is indeed accountable for every word that she has said. As a matter of fact, Rahul Saab, I've been on several shows with you, and I can tell you, as a young, progressive Indian Muslim youth, that I do not abide by her words. I, in fact, condemn it. But on the same line, will Ajay Alok condemn Tejasvi Surya, who the election
That is whataboutery, Mr. Abbas.
No,
that is whataboutery. No, you have a problem with that. I might have a problem with that. We all talked about, you were on this show. You were on this show. 1 second, Abbas Saab. You were on this show when we took exception to words that were used even by the Prime Minister at one time. We said they were shorn of political correctness and they should not be used. The entire media, mainstream media, wrote editorials. I want to actually see if tomorrow, if the mainstream media in the morning, viewers, and you must look out for it, open the Express, open the Times, open all these great papers and see if they write an editorial on this. I'll be surprised if they do. I'll be surprised. Because it is fashionable in this country. It is fashionable in this country to only call out one side and not the other. Why? Because viewers, a large number of agendas come crashing in. They conflate. So I want to ask you, Mr. Abbas, I want to ask you, should, and forget about the Tejasvi Suryas, please go free, jail him if he has said something, file a case. I'm asking you, by that same yardstick, should the Congress party, should the Samajwadi party have not gone out there suo moto and filed a case against Maria Alam? Simple question.
Rahul Saab, as a matter of fact, I thank the Karnataka Chief Electoral Officer who booked Tejasvi Surya immediately for polarizing, for calling 80% of Hindus have not voted for BJP, but 20% of Muslims are out there voting for a Congress. So therefore, I condemn the Samajwadi Party, I condemn the Bharatiya Janata Party, I condemn both Maria Alam Khan and Tejasvi Surya for polarizing politics.
So that's well said. I'm glad that you are putting your Indian identity first and not your Congress hat or your other political affiliation hat on, and I'm very happy that you're doing this. So therefore, Mr. Bansal, now tell me, Mr. Bansal, it appears to me that Mr. Abbas has more principles, more scruples than even you do. Having heard Mr. Abbas, can you tell me where this separatist mindset has emerged from? What is the root of it? Please, Mr. Bansal, be honest. Put your hand on your heart.
No, Mr. Rahul, nobody is going to approve of what she said. I didn't approve of what she said. Any right-minded citizen of this country would definitely have objections or reservations on that, and this needs to be censored. And you are doing the right thing to call a debate on this issue. And as Mr. Abbas, but you have to, what is sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander as well. Like you see, leaders from the BJP also outfit are, the way they are trying to put the minority community on the dock.
Polarization is what you're talking about. Ajay, look, he's saying that what is sauce for the goose?
Goose is sauce for the gander.
Yeah. Go ahead. What goes around comes around, he's saying.
No. I'm telling you, I'm not at all surprised what she has said and what they are saying. You forgot Salman Khurshid, who said Hinduism like a Boko Haram. It's not the first time she's doing it. And Mr. Vivek Bansal also knows what Salman Khurshid has said in the past. Forget about other leaders. Syed Asad also knows what Congress party has said. There's nothing there. PFI has openly supported Rahul Gandhi. It's for everyone to see. And for the fear of PFI, they never use the flags. It's for the whole nation saw this. So why, Rahul, you're surprised? They will take out every trick out of the bag to polarize Muslims and get Muslim vote 100% and divide Hindus like what Vivek Bansal said. No, you get to favor those Dalits.
Well, viewers, let me tell you one
Muslims
thing.
and minority, but he'll never mention Hindus because he wants to divide Hindus and he wants to create Muslim as a separate entity.
The outrage,
but when it comes
viewers,
to giving
if you are
reservations,
really serious about ending this Hindu-Muslim
every-
business, I'll tell you, viewers, if you are really serious about ending this Hindu-Muslim business, you're going to call it out. I expect everyone that claims to represent the mainstream opinion to call this out. With the same outrage that they call out BJP leaders and the BJP ecosystem. Because if you are not going to do that, viewers, then you are part of promoting a separatist mindset. And if you believe that they don't do it equally, then go out there and exercise your God-given and constitutional given right to make yourself heard. I leave it at this, viewers.
कब से हम इंतजार कर रहे हैं?
The names of that squad have been revealed. Now Rohit Sharma will be the captain of the T20 squad. Also what we are learning is that Jaiswal, Kohli, Yadav, Pant, Samson are also part of the squad. Hardik Pandya will be the vice captain. Jadeja, Patel, Yadav, Chahal, Singh, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj also part of the T20 squad. Remember, the World Cup will kick off from the 1st of June to the 29th of June in the United States as well as the West Indies, and Rohit Sharma, hitman Rohit Sharma, will be leading the boys in blue in the T20 World Cup. Rohit Sharma will be the captain. Jaiswal, Kohli, Yadav and Pant are also part of the squad. Samson, Pandya, Dubey, Jadeja, Akshar Patel, Yadav, Yuzvendra Chahal, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj will also be part of the squad as Chahal, remember, makes a comeback to the T20 squad. The T20 World Cup will kick off on the 1st of June. It will continue till the 29th of June in the United States and the West Indies. That is the piece of breaking news that's coming in. I'm joined by my colleague Shivani Gupta on the broadcast. So Shivani, decode the squad for us. What names pop out for you?
Well, obviously, Rohit Sharma had been confirmed as the captain leading to the T20 World Cup in USA and West Indies, and there wasn't much speculation about that. There's been a lot of chatter around Hardik Pandya, so he continues as the deputy or the vice captain. So Rohit and Hardik Pandya are there. Interestingly, in the reserves is the name of Shubman Gill, Rinku Singh, Khalil Ahmed and Avesh Khan. Now you can expect some of the others, but Shubman Gill as a reserve and not a member of the 15-member squad will of course raise some eyebrows. Tomorrow the chief selectors and the captain are going to hold a press conference. They're going to give us their reasoning, but this is on speculated lines. You've got the likes of Virat Kohli, Sky, Rishabh Pant of course making an entry back into the national team. Along with him is Sanju Samson, who's done extremely well. And in many ways, for fans of Sanju Samson or fans of Indian cricket, this is
the India bloc, halt the Modi juggernaut. Join me, Nistula Hebbar, for the most dynamic and distinct coverage, unrivaled political punditry and the sharpest election analysis. Elections equals CNN News 18.
Squad. The names of that squad have been revealed. Now Rohit Sharma will be the captain of the T20 squad. Also what we are learning is that Jaiswal, Kohli, Yadav, Pant, Samson are also part of the squad. Hardik Pandya will be the vice captain. Jadeja, Patel, Yadav, Chahal, Singh, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj also part of the T20 squad. Remember, the World Cup will kick off from the 1st of June to the 29th of June in the United States as well as the West Indies. And Rohit Sharma, hitman Rohit Sharma, will be leading the boys in blue in the T20 World Cup. Rohit Sharma will be the captain. Jaiswal, Kohli, Yadav and Pant are also part of the squad. Samson, Pandya, Dubey, Jadeja, Akshar Patel, Yadav, Yuzvendra Chahal, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj will also be part of the squad as Chahal, remember, makes a comeback to the T20 squad. The T20 World Cup will kick off on the 1st of June. It will continue till the 29th of June in the United States and the West Indies. That is the piece of breaking news that's coming in. I'm joined by my colleague Shivani Gupta on the broadcast. So Shivani, decode the squad for us. What names pop out for you?
Well, obviously, Rohit Sharma had been confirmed as the captain leading to the T20 World Cup in USA and West Indies, and there wasn't much speculation about that. There's been a lot of chatter around Hardik Pandya, so he continues as the deputy or the vice captain. So Rohit and Hardik Pandya are there. Interestingly, in the reserves is the name of Shubman Gill, Rinku Singh, Khalil Ahmed and Avesh Khan. Now you can expect some of the others, but Shubman Gill as a reserve and not a member of the 15-member squad will of course raise some eyebrows. Tomorrow the chief selectors and the captain are going to hold a press conference. They're going to give us their reasoning, but this is on speculated lines. You've got the likes of Virat Kohli, Sky, Rishabh Pant of course making an entry back into the national team. Along with him is Sanju Samson, who's done extremely well. And in many ways, for fans of Sanju Samson or fans of Indian cricket, this is a moment that a lot of people had been talking about, waiting for, because Sanju Samson is one of those cricketers, and especially the wicket-keeping batsman.
An unprecedented and historic election. A vote that decides Bharat's quest for greatness.
A mandate that paves the way for 1 billion aspirations.
A verdict the world is watching closely.
A battle for a rising Bharat's glorious future. Battle for Bharat. Elections equals CNN News 18.
Co-powered by squad. The names of that squad have been revealed now. Rohit Sharma will be the captain of the T20 squad. Also, what we are learning is that Jaiswal, Kohli, Yadav, Pant, Samson are also part of the squad. Hardik Pandya will be the vice captain. Jadeja, Patel, Yadav, Chahal, Singh, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj also part of the T20 squad. Remember, the World Cup will kick off from the 1st of June to the 29th of June in the United States as well as the West Indies. And Rohit Sharma, hitman Rohit Sharma, will be leading the boys in blue in the T20 World Cup. Rohit Sharma will be the captain. Jaiswal, Kohli, Yadav and Pant are also part of the squad. Samson, Pandya, Dubey, Jadeja, Akshar Patel, Yadav, Yuzvendra Chahal, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj will also be part of the squad as Chahal, remember, makes a comeback to the T20 squad. The T20 World Cup will kick off on the 1st of June. It will continue till the 29th of June in the United States and the West Indies. That is the piece of breaking news that's coming in. I'm joined by my colleague Shivani Gupta on the broadcast. So Shivani, decode the squad for us. What names pop out for you?
Well, obviously, Rohit Sharma had been confirmed as the captain leading to the T20 World Cup in USA and West Indies, and there wasn't much speculation about that. There's been a lot of chatter around Hardik Pandya, so he continues as the deputy or the vice captain. So Rohit and Hardik Pandya are there. Interestingly, in the reserves is the name of Shubman Gill, Rinku Singh, Khalil Ahmed and Avesh Khan. Now you can expect some of the others, but Shubman Gill as a reserve and not a member of the 15-member squad will of course raise some eyebrows. Tomorrow the chief selectors and the captain are going to hold a press conference. They're going to give us their reasoning, but this is on speculated lines. You've got the likes of Virat Kohli, Sky, Rishabh Pant of course making an entry back into the national team. Along with him is Sanju Samson, who's done extremely well. And in many ways, for fans of Sanju Samson or fans of Indian cricket, this is a moment that a lot of people had been talking about, waiting for, because Sanju Samson is one of those cricketers.
मोदी जी, आपको न्यूज़ 18 नेटवर्क को ये एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरव्यू देने का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आपने अपने पनिशिंग शेड्यूल से हमारे लिए समय निकाला। इस इंटरव्यू को हम थोड़ा अलग तरीके से करेंगे, कुछ बिग पिक्चर क्वेश्चंस पूछेंगे। शुरुआत में हमारे संग हमारे दो कलीग्स जुड़े हुए हैं, एक महाराष्ट्र के एंकर हैं, दूसरे हमारे कर्नाटका के एडिटर हैं। ये दो स्टेट्स अहम हैं इस चुनाव में, तो हमने सोचा कि थोड़े सवाल वो भी आपसे करेंगे। शुरू करते हैं। पहला सवाल।
सबसे पहले तो आपको और आपके सभी दर्शकों को मेरा नमस्कार, और मुझे अच्छा लगा कि आपने अपने साथ कर्नाटका और महाराष्ट्र को भी जोड़ दिया है, तो एक प्रकार से आपने मेरी मदद की है, वरना तीनों को अलग अलग इंटरव्यू देता तो शायद मुझे और ज़्यादा टाइम देना पड़ता।
बहुत धन्यवाद, स्वागत है आपका नेटवर्क 18
थैंक यू भैया।
पहला सवाल मोदी जी, हम लोग पूरे देश का भ्रमण कर रहे हैं, इधर उधर जा रहे हैं। हम लोग साउथ में थे, बिहार गए और भी महाराष्ट्र में भी थे, तो हर जगह ये देखा गया है कि चाहे विपक्ष से बात करें, चाहे आपके उम्मीदवारों से बात करें, लोग कहते हैं कि जब मोदी जी यहाँ आएंगे तो सब कुछ बदल जाएगा। अभी कुछ नहीं कह सकते, मोदी जी आएंगे तो हो सकता है स्वीप हो जाए, हो सकता है सीट निकल जाए। तो क्या 2024 के इस चुनाव को हम नरेंद्र मोदी पर एक रेफरेंडम की तरह देख सकते हैं, जनमत संग्रह की तरह देख सकते हैं?
अब ये तो सारा खेल मीडिया के लोगों का होता है, किस समय किस प्रकार से एनालिसिस करना, लेकिन मैं इतना कहूँगा कि मैं कोई चुनाव के समय काम करने वाली सरकार नहीं चलाता हूँ। आप मेरा 10 साल का रिकॉर्ड देखेंगे तो एवरेज फ्राइडे, सैटरडे, संडे मैं हिंदुस्तान के किसी न किसी कोने में गया हूँ, जनता के बीच में रहा हूँ, और इसलिए मेरा जाना निरंतर चलता रहता है। और चुनाव में मैं मानता हूँ कि लोकतंत्र का उत्सव ऐसा है कि सभी राजनीतिक दलों का कर्तव्य है कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों के बीच जाएं, जाकर के एक प्रकार से प्रशिक्षण का काम होना चाहिए, संवाद